G'day, Steve Morgan here from Australian Bass Tournaments at the ultimate event of the Sufix Bass Pro Series in 2019, the Grand Final. We are at the beautiful Lake St Clair in the Hunter Valley, one of Australia's best bass lakes, and it's at the best time of the year to do it, in spring. The bass are biting. There are 30 of Australia's best boaters and 30 of Australia's best bass non-boaters here to vie for the title. What are they fishing for? Well, there's a hint. The champion boater is going to take home $15,000 in cash this year. That's a fantastic prize and the highest first prize we've ever given away at a bass event. The non-boaters, as Craig Simmons told us earlier in the year, are fighting for 4 quality lures, bait cast and spin outfits, the same sort of rods and reels that the bass pros in the US use. So it's a great product prize for the non-boaters as well. We've had 6 qualifying events to get us here through the year. We've had Lake Glenbourne, Lake St Clair, Caney up in Queensland, Somerset Dam in Queensland, and we've had 2 river rounds, one on the Clarence and one on the Richmond River. And we are going to talk to some of the guys that won those events in a while to see if the techniques that got them here are going to keep them at the top of the leaderboard here at St Clair. Let's have a quick look at the lake. It's in the Hunter Valley in New South Wales. It's around 3 hours to the north of Sydney. And if we come and zoom in on here, this is the event starting location. You can see that it's centrally located in the lake. There are 2 main arms in this lake. One's the Fallbrook arm, the other the Carrowbrook arm. Both of those arms have an 8-knot speed limit in them. So if you make your mind to go to the top of one of those arms, it's a real journey to get down through the 8-knot zone, through the main basin, and then up the other 8-knot zone. So the angler's pre-fish today is going to be pretty important when it comes to choosing your starting position. There's also a big area down near the dam wall, which is no fishing. It's like a restricted zone. Guaranteed to be millions of bass in there, but no one can go and catch them. But let's go and talk to some of the guys that got here by winning their events. So the first man we've caught up with, Scott Hutchison from down south of Sydney, mate. You qualified for this event at Glenbourne. And in the background here, we're showing you the footage of you catching that midday topwater fish, mate. That was one of those tournaments where everything went right, you won the event. How do you think it's going to pan out this weekend? Are you going to have another lucky weekend?
Oh, we'll see how we go. I mean, it's just a matter of going out there and going fishing, and the fish are there. It's just a matter of plugging through them, I think, and seeing if you can get them big ones. It's
beautiful springtime weather down here in the Hunter Valley. You won that tournament throwing a topwater. Is there going to be a bit of topwater going on this weekend?
I would certainly think so, especially early in the mornings. There's going to be a bit of topwater, but always going to have one ready just in case something happens and you see a little bit of action and throw something in there at them.
Now, there's a 1 in 30 chance of winning $15,000 this weekend. Have you got it spent already or what?
Oh, not quite. We'll see how we go.
So we've tracked down Mark Ferguson, who won the qualifier here at Lake St Clair. And Mark, you'd have to be one of the favourites for this lake on the weekend. It must be one of your favourite lakes, and it's close to home for you.
Yeah, it is. This is my favourite lake. It's only an hour up the road, and it always fishes pretty good.
Now, when we announced that there was $15,000 first prize, that would have lit your candle, wouldn't it?
Yeah, no, it made it a lot more exciting to come, that's for sure.
And have you been doing much homework coming into this event? I know you only fished the local events during the qualifying rounds. Yeah. Have you put much time in here doing your homework?
No, I've been too busy with work. I haven't been here since the last tournament I won.
Wow.
So, but it's fishing the way I want it. I thought it would, but yeah, it's the first time being back.
Now, just let's run through the techniques that you used when you won here, using little soft plastics, I think?
Yeah, that's what I was using last time, just little 2-inch soft plastics, paddle tails, little 1/6 jiggers, chucking them as tight to the edge as you could get.
Do you think that pattern's going to hold up now because the conditions are quite different?
Yeah, no, it's a lot different now. The water's a lot warmer and the weed's gone. There's a little bit there, but nothing to what there was.
There you go. And apart from yourself, who do you think the man to watch this weekend is?
I don't know. I think Dane Price will be right up there.
There you go. Some hot tips from the favourite. So we've got Mike Nelson with us now. And Mike, you have proved yourself to be a real river rat, and you were able to catch bass in those rivers on jigs like no one else. We've got you in a lake this weekend for the $15,000 first prize. How do you go in lakes?
Oh, mate, I haven't done a whole lot of lakes in the past. I've sort of got into it more in the last couple of years, so I'm starting to get the hang of it. We caught some nice fish today, so still a little bit of jig action, a few on blades today, so we'll see how we go.
And that's what I think you're famous for. We've seen some great footage, and we're rolling some of it in the background now, of you whacking those bass in the rivers on jigs. Do they like it in St Clair?
I found out today that yes, they do. If you're in the right place at the right time, they will definitely eat them.
Now, this lake, it's about 50% of its full capacity at the moment. There's only going to be 30 boats on it. Everyone going to have plenty of room to fish out there?
Oh, look, there's some big schools of fish tied up in some of the bays, and I think we'll see a lot of boats in one area together, but there is thousands of fish. So if they come on the tube, I think most people will probably get their fish. It's a matter of finding those slightly bigger ones.
And apart from yourself, who is your tip for this weekend?
Oh, look, it could be anyone's game, to be honest. If you come across a good patch of big uns, you'll go all right.
So we've got the winner of the Somerset qualifying round and of the Bass Electric Australian Open at Wyaralong recently, Jake Shireen. Jake, you're in a winning mood at the moment. You've won a couple of major events this year, put $6,000 in the bank through those. How are you feeling on this Clearwater, New South Wales impoundment?
So I go all right in Queensland, but down here I've never really fished here before, once or twice, so it's just a bit of a gamble. Just got to go out and see what happens.
Mate, there's a 1 in 30 chance of winning $15,000. Do you like those odds?
Those odds are a lot better than all of the other odds, but yeah, no, it's definitely going to be good. There should be a lot of fish caught, I think. So.
Now, you won the Somerset round by finding a spot that was just a little bit left of centre for the rest of the field and keeping that thing to yourself and managing it really well over the 2 days. How was your pre-fish today? Did you find something where you thought, ooh, maybe I've got something going on here?
I found fish in a lot of places, but I think everyone's going to find them. I think it's going to be the ones that are just that bit better model. I think that could be anywhere. I couldn't really nail down a pattern of where, why, what. So yeah, it's just going to be go fishing.
And finally, I've caught up with Nick Anderssen, the winner of our most recent Sufix Bass qualifier in the Richmond River. And Nick, you're a bit of a river rat. You're a local there, and you guys caught some great fish in the river on blades. Is Lake St Clair a blade lake?
No, it wasn't today. We did try them, and I know that the blades were used here earlier on in the year, so we did give them a run, but no fish on the blades today.
Now, the lake, it seems the guys are saying there's big schools of fish out there. Did you find any of those big masses of schools today, and what do you think they're going to bite on?
Well, yeah, I did actually find a few of those schools. They were thick, but the size that I was catching weren't the ones that I want for tomorrow, so we did catch a couple of other fish off the edges and that, so we'll have to stick to that, I think.
This event, $15,000 first prize. Have you ever fished for that much money before?
No, I can't say I have. So, yeah, that's definitely exciting. Looking forward to that, for sure.
And the river rounds, we've run them for a few years now, and you've been successful in them, but I think that they're so diverse with the tides, where the fish could be in the system. I'm looking forward to more river rounds in the future. I'm sure you are as well.
Yeah, definitely looking forward to them. I was thinking about that the other day, where you might be able to run a few more and what rivers would work for you too. But like you said, there's diversity. You got the tides. You got to figure in everything else. So yeah, they're good fun.
Yep. Well, we got a few planned, mate. So that news will come out in the near future. Yeah. So we have just finished the briefing, the Angler of the Year presentation and the partner draw for the Grand Final. And in the Grand Final, it's different from most ABT events. We just draw them out of a hat and they don't know where they're starting. So the 30 boaters and 30 non-boaters have been paired together. We're going to come back to you tomorrow after the weigh-in with the full results and some highlights from their first day on the water of the Sufix Bass Pro Series Grand Final.